Imagine living only 32 years, yet leaving a legacy that will be remembered for centuries. A person inspiring millions with his fists, speed, intelligence, and words, bridging cultures, breaking boundaries, and carving his own path. And even decades after his death, still being talked about, still being admired, this is the story of Bruce Lee.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Bruce Lee, born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, United States, had an extraordinary birth. According to the Chinese calendar, he was born in the year of the dragon and during the hour of the dragon. In Chinese culture, the dragon symbolizes power, courage, and leadership, and being born during the hour of the dragon is considered a rare fortune that amplifies these traits. From the very first breath, Bruce Lee was destined to become a legend. His father, Li Hoi Chuen, was a famous Cantonese opera performer, and his mother, Grace Ho, had mixed Chinese and European ancestry. At the time of his birth, his father was on a theater tour in the United States, giving Bruce a beginning that merged Eastern and Western cultures. His original name was Li Junfan, but his birth doctor gave him the English name Bruce. As a baby, he returned to Hong Kong with his family. Post-war Hong Kong was shadowed by economic hardship and crime. Bruce was an energetic, curious, and stubborn child. Instead of sitting at home, he ran through the streets, played with friends, and occasionally found himself in fights. He began acting as a few-month-old baby and appeared in over 20 Hong Kong films during his childhood and teenage years. His natural presence and energy in front of the camera showed his love for the spotlight. However, Bruce was not content with acting alone. He also pursued activities to enhance his physical strength and agility. His mischief and tendency to get into street fights worried his family. To discipline him, at age 13, he was sent to study Wing Chun under the legendary master Ip Man. From Ip Man, he learned not only technique, but also patience, discipline, and mental focus. During this time, his interest in dance continued, and he became a Hong Kong champion in Cha-Cha. Dance sharpened his sense of rhythm and added flexibility to his fighting style. As street fights increased during his youth, his family grew concerned about his future. In 1959, after another major fight, they decided to send him to the United States. Bruce went to Seattle, supporting himself by working as a dishwasher. He finished high school and then studied philosophy at the University of Washington. During his university years, he taught martial arts classes, earning income while developing his teaching skills. Bruce viewed martial arts not just as a physical fight, but as a philosophy of life. In his view, traditional styles bound by rigid rules limited human potential. This belief led him to develop his own system. Over the years, he combined different techniques to create his martial arts philosophy called Jeet Kune Do. This approach emphasized anticipating an opponent's moves, responding quickly, and maintaining flexibility free from unnecessary rules. Bruce likened fighting to water. Water takes the shape of the container it enters, flows around obstacles or overcomes them, and can become a destructive force when needed. Be like water became the essence of his philosophy. In 1964, Bruce showcased his talent at a martial arts demonstration in Oakland, captivating the audience. One of these demonstrations caught Hollywood's attention, and in 1966, he appeared on television as Kato in The Green Hornet. Although the series was short-lived, Bruce's speed and technique in fight scenes amazed viewers. Limited roles in America and prevalent racial biases against Asian actors pushed him to seek bigger opportunities. He returned to Hong Kong, where his lead roles in films caused a sensation across Asia. The Big Boss, 1971, broke box office records in Hong Kong, followed by Fist of Fury, which elevated Bruce to the status of a national hero. In Way of the Dragon, he both directed and starred, and his legendary fight scene with Chuck Norris in Rome's Colosseum became a milestone in cinematic history. Hollywood finally had to recognize his greatness, and with Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee became a superstar known worldwide. However, he could not enjoy this global success for long. On July 20th, 1973, at the age of just 32, Bruce Lee passed away suddenly in Hong Kong. The official report cited cerebral edema as the cause of death, but the circumstances remain a topic of discussion. His untimely passing deeply shocked his fans. Despite his short life, Bruce Lee left an indelible mark on martial arts, cinema, and the world of motivation. Today, millions continue to watch his films, study his philosophy, and draw inspiration from his motto, "Be like water." Bruce Lee's story is one of mental resilience beyond physical strength, overcoming cultural barriers and discovering one's full potential. He was not only a fighter, but also a thinker who broke boundaries, an artist, and a legend destined to live forever. Throughout his life, he stood by one principle: break through barriers, defy limits, and be like water. Bruce Lee was not only a legend in martial arts, but also someone who transformed the way we think. His story reminds us that true strength lies not in the muscles, but in the mind and the spirit. If you want to explore more inspiring life stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments. This is not just a video. It's the beginning of a long journey where we continue to follow the footsteps of legends.